Hello. Hi,
Hi,
Deepa.
Shruti.
Good evening. How are you?
Yes, good. Good afternoon. I'm good. Yes. People are joining and we can start after 2-3 minutes, right?
Um,
You can
yeah, no
just share
problem.
your.
Deepa, just one question before that. Are you people making this a live session or it's just the webinar?
It's just a webinar. And
Okay.
the question
Not
answers will
live,
be
right?
entered at the end of the
Why I
session.
asked is I'm having an unstable connection here. So if you're going live, sometimes it might get
Okay. No,
disconnected.
no.
Yeah.
No, it's
There's
not
no
yours.
power here, so I've disconnected it from my phone. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So you can just add the attendees, no problem. We'll start the session in 2-3 minutes. Sure, Avani, I'm just sharing my screen. It's Deepa only. Yeah, Deepa, is it visible?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Okay, you can go ahead and start the session.
Okay. Have the students joined in? 19 students.
Actually, it would be agents, okay?
Okay,
Since we are dealing
agents.
with sub agents and not directly with the students.
Okay, okay, great, great.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just making it in a slideshow view and then we'll start. Yeah.
Fine.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. My name is Shruti, and I'm the South India manager for St. Lawrence College. So I'm here to give you a few information about my college, the programs that we offer, and the requirements, academic requirements, and the admission requirements, everything. So we'll just have a small presentation for St. Lawrence College, and if you got any questions or queries, we can just discuss it in the end of the session. So yes, St. Lawrence College is one of the public funded college in Ontario. We are one of the oldest colleges, been there for more than 50 years now. So we have more than 70 plus programs available for international students. And we have all the three intakes also, Jan, May, September. Those are the three intakes that we have. And currently we are recruiting for May 22 as well as September 22. So there, all the applications to St. Lawrence, it has to be submitted through a portal, which is OCAS portal. So you might be having already the ID and password for the same. So applications has to be submitted through the portal. So apart from that, before going too much into St. Lawrence College, we can see what benefits do the student have if they are choosing Canada as a study destination. Now you might be knowing, being a second largest country in the world, it is now one of the best country to live. It stands at number one position, and also it is one of the least corrupt country, and it stands at number nine. Apart from that, when we are comparing the crime rate compared to the countries like US, UK, Australia, the crime rate is much less compared to these countries, and it is one of the safest countries in the world. Apart from that, if we are gathering like five people in a street, one would be a non-Canadian. So that means Canada is welcoming and multicultural. Also, being a developed country, they invest more on education. So students choosing Canada as a study destination, they'll have a high standard of education. And also, whenever a student is like looking out for a study abroad option or checking out for a country or a college or a program, the major concern would be the expenses that they'll have in terms of accommodation or in terms of tuition fees. So in terms of expenses also, Canada is much more cheaper when we are comparing it with countries like US, UK, or Australia. So any student choosing Canada as a destination, they'll have a good quality of life, high standard of education at an affordable cost. Also, they'll have the option to apply for permanent residency in the country, and the PR may eventually qualify them for a citizenship. So that's common for students coming to Canada, and these are the benefits if they choose Canada as a study destination. Now, St. Lawrence College, as I've mentioned, we are located in Ontario, and we have like three campuses: Kingston, Cornwall, Brockville. These are the three main campuses for St. Lawrence College. Now we can see what benefits do the student get if they choose St. Lawrence College as their study destination, or if they are coming to these three cities compared to other cities like Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, because those are like the most favorite destination for majority of the international students. Almost all these students would be coming to you asking for Toronto or Ottawa, because those are like always the most favorite destination for international students. So when we are comparing these three cities to these major cities, we can see what benefits do they have if they are coming to these cities. Now, suppose if we are comparing these three cities to Toronto or Ottawa, these cities are like less expensive compared to Toronto or Ottawa. Also, these cities where we have the campuses are nearby to Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal. These are like few hours driving distance from Toronto, Ottawa, and Montreal. So it's hardly few hours driving distance. So the benefit for these students is that they'll have job opportunities in both these cities. They can either work in Kingston, Cornwall, Brockville, or if they want, they can travel to these major cities and they can work over there. Also, it is not mandatory or it's not compulsory that the student should be traveling to these major cities to get into a job. They'll definitely find jobs here in these cities, but they'll have opportunities in the major cities also. It's up to them, it's their decision. Wherever they want, they'll be getting a job, both part-time as well as full-time. Now if we see each cities separately, these three cities, these are like smaller compared to Toronto or Ottawa or Montreal, but Kingston is not actually a smaller city. Kingston is a bigger city, which was the first capital of Canada. So Kingston has got almost all the opportunities, whatever field or whatever stream we consider. Kingston has got job options available in the city. Also, Kingston is actually known as a student city with vibrant community. Why? Because as a city, they have three major institutions. One is, of course, St. Lawrence College, second is Queen's University, and the third is Royal Military College. And because of these three institutions, the majority population of Kingston is of students. And also, as I've mentioned, there are so many small businesses, which is like restaurants, cafes, shops, pubs, events, which is like providing job options to these students like part-time or full-time. So the students will have ample of opportunities in the city. And also, if we look into the distance to these major cities of Canada, it's 3 hours to Toronto, it's 2 hours to Ottawa, and 3 hours to Montreal. So as I've mentioned, if the student is coming to Kingston, they'll have the option to stay in Kingston. And if they want, they can travel to these major cities and work over there and return to the city. So that option is there, and we have students doing that. Also, Kingston is our main campus. We have almost all the programs available in Kingston. So we have like 6,000 students altogether in Kingston. In that, 1,100 are like international students. Now, coming to Cornwall, it has an affordable accommodation. That is, it has a lowest rent in Canada. Now, suppose any student coming to any of these major cities or staying in any of these major cities like Toronto or Ottawa, they'll have to pay around 1,100 to 1,200 CAD per month for their accommodation. Whereas here, it'll be only around 600 to 700. So it's like half of the amount the student would be saving when they are choosing these cities comparing to Toronto, Ottawa, uh, the bigger city. So that's there. Apart from that, the best part about Cornwall is that Cornwall is actually a regional immigration pilot program participant. So any student coming to Cornwall, they will have an option to apply for PR under this regional immigration pilot program. Now, the benefit for these students when they're applying for PR under this program is that they can get PR in a faster way. Now, for any students coming to Canada or coming to Ontario, they'll be filing for PR under OINP, which is Ontario Immigration Nominee Program. Now, compared to OINP, The processing time for regional immigration is much more faster. There now it is taking much longer time for these students to get PR because the number of applicants applying for PR under OINP is much higher compared to the number of applications under regional immigration pilot program. Here it would be only around 100 to 150. There it would be like thousands or millions. So that's the difference, and hence the students who file for PR under this program, they get PR in a faster way. So that's a benefit for these students coming to Cornwall. Apart from that, Cornwall is actually known as a hub for warehousing logistics. So there are so many warehouses, logistic companies, transportation companies, which are like again providing job options to these students. And if we look into the distance to the major cities, it's just 1.5 hours to both Ottawa and Montreal, and 4.5 hours to Toronto. Also, we have around 1,300 students in Cornwall campus, and that 280 are like international students. So that's about Cornwall. And also coming to the last campus or the last city where we have the campus, which is Brockwell. Now, Brockwell is a kind of tourist place. We can call it as a tourist place because Brockwell have got Thousand Islands, which is like a national treasure. So from that itself, it is understood that Brockwell is a tourist place. And due to that, Brockwell have like multiple galleries, eateries, outdoor activities, museums, art galleries, which are basically tourist attractive things that is more there in the city. And jobs related to that is also there in the city. Now, talking about the distance, it's 3.5 to Toronto, 1 hour to Ottawa, 2.5 hours to Montreal. So, Ottawa is the capital city of Canada now. So when we look the distance from these three cities to the capital city, it's very less. From Kingston, it's 2 hours. Cornwall, it's just 1.5 hours, and Brockwell, it's just 1 hour. So as I've mentioned, if the student wants, they can stay in any of these cities and travel to these major cities and work there. And also, Brockwell is the smallest campus. We have all together 1,000 students in Brockwell campus, and that 90 are like international students. So these are the three campuses. And always when you talk to a student, why a student should be choosing St. Lawrence or what benefits do they have, compare it with these major cities. So then they'll come to know what benefits do they have, because compared to all those cities, these are like uh, less expensive, and the students will have ample of job opportunities, because it's important for a student to get into a job as early as possible when they are going particularly to a province like Ontario, because the students should be having like minimum 1 year of experience after graduation to apply for permanent residency in the country. So as soon as they get into a job, it's helpful for them. Sorry. So that's there. Now we can see Kingston city. I'm having a video here of this city. I'm just playing the video. The audio is not that good, but still I'm just playing it. You can just have a look into the video and you will understand what all benefits to the student have when they're coming to Kingston, or what all opportunities a student has when they're coming to a city like Kingston. Yeah. Now that's Kingston. So as I've mentioned, you would have seen the video. Now this is the same what I was just talking about. When we are comparing these three cities to the major cities, what benefits do these students have? Which we have already discussed. You've already seen that these cities are like affordable compared to Toronto, Ottawa. They have so many opportunities for part-time as well as full-time job options. They have so many restaurants, cafes, shops. They have so many outdoor activities, and also students coming to these smaller cities, they'll have real Canadian experience and they'll have less competition for jobs since they find jobs in both these cities. Either they can find jobs in any of these smaller city, or if they want, they can find jobs in the bigger cities as well. So these are the benefits. And then this is a picture from 2019 orientation. So you can see students from different part of the world in this, which shows Canada's again multicultural and welcoming. Now I'm having a video here again for the campuses that we have, that you can just have a look into the video. So that's the campus that we have. Now we can see some facts about St. Lawrence College, or some key performance indicators that why a student should be choosing St. Lawrence College when it comes to studying abroad or studying in Canada. Now, most of the key performance indicators that we have, they are higher than the provincial average. So suppose if I talk about the graduate employment rate, it is 89%, which is top in the province. And we have a graduate satisfaction rate of 85%, which is top 3 in the province. So suppose if we are having like 100 students, 89 students are getting placed in a company or an industry even before they are graduating from the program or after graduating from the program. Also, we don't leave our students once they're getting placed in a company or industry. We go back to the employer, we get a feedback on the performance of our students, and if any of these students lack any sort of skill, we make sure to make changes in the curriculum according to that feedback, and we prepare our next batch of students accordingly so that when they are getting placed in a company or industry, they'll be able to satisfy the employer. So that's the kind of support that we provide to the student. We'll be supporting them in all the way possible so that they get into a job even before they are graduating from the program, which is one of the major benefit for the students coming to St. Lawrence College. And then we can see what benefits do they have if they are choosing SLC over a university. Now, see, as I've mentioned, we have more than 70 plus programs. So we have a few undergraduate programs and postgraduate programs. So we have diplomas, advanced diplomas. We have certificate programs, which are like undergraduate programs. We just have one bachelor degree, and we have few PG programs. So whatever programs a student choose, whether it's 1 year, 2 year, or 3 year, they get 40% of practical knowledge. And also whatever programs we have in each of the campuses that is related to the job opportunities that is there in that particular city. Also, if we compare the tuition fees compared to a university, we have a lower tuition fees, we have a small class size, and the students, they can earn higher education credentials in a lesser time compared to a university. So these are the benefits if they choose SLC over a university. Now, typical education path, as I've mentioned, all the programs that we have, whether it's certificate, diploma, advanced diplomas, or the bachelor degree, or even if it is the PG programs or the graduate certificate program, the students will be getting the postgraduate work permit. So all these programs will lead the student to post-study work permit. And life after graduation, you might be familiar. If a student is like going for a one-year program, they get a postgraduate work permit of up to 1 year. And if they go for a 2-year program, they get postgraduate work permit of up to 3 years. And after graduation, if they're having like minimum 1 year of experience, that is 1,560 hours of experience to be exact, they'll be eligible to apply for permanent residency in the country, and the PR may eventually qualify them for citizenship. So this is common for students coming to Canada. Now coming to the programs, as I've mentioned, it's more than 70. So we have programs in almost all the areas. We have programs in applied arts, business, community services, computer and engineering technology, health sciences, hospitality, culinary arts, skill trades, ESL. ESL is English as second language, but that is not offered to Indian students. Rest of the programs are being offered to international students and all the Indian students. So that's there. So I'm not going much into the program because there are so many programs, but we'll discuss few popular programs that we have in SLC, which are like highly demanded. Uh, and also I'll share you link where you can see the list of programs that is available for each intake, or you can just check the website also for the details for all the programs that is open for international students. You can just go to stlawrencecollege.ca, and on top you'll find a link for international students. Click on that, you'll get the available list of programs. So whatever programs you want to know the details, you can just click on the program name, you'll get the entire details about the program in the website, the admission requirements, the fee details, the career opportunities, the course details, everything is there in the website. Now, if I talk about the academic requirement for all of these programs that we have, see, we have majority of UG programs and we have only 9 PG programs altogether. In that, 6 are like management program and 3 are like health related programs in PG. Rest all the programs are like undergraduate programs. And for all these undergraduate programs, we have a common academic requirement where we just require 50% overall in the previous education. That's the requirement for all the programs that we have, even if it is UG or PG, but except bachelor degree. Bachelor degree, we have a separate requirement. Uh, but apart from the bachelor degree, all the UG programs and PG programs, the requirement is just 50% that is required. So for all these, almost all these undergraduate programs, diplomas, advanced diplomas or certificate, almost all the programs, we have a common requirement where we just require 50% overall in grade 12, and we'll be considering 10th maths percentage also, which should be the minimum pass percentage of the board which the student have completed grade 10. So for example, if a student is from CBSE background, the minimum pass percentage for CBSE is like 33. So the student should be having minimum 33 for grade 10 maths also. So if there is some board which has 40 or 45 as the minimum pass percentage, then grade 10 maths also should be having like minimum 40 or 45. So that's the requirement. Whatever is the minimum pass percentage of the board the student have completed, then 10th, that should be there for grade 10 maths also. So that's a common requirement for majority of the programs that we have, UG programs. But there are few programs in the um, UG where in the academic requirement or the admission requirement, it would be specifically mentioned that the program require grade 12 maths, grade 12 biology, grade 12 chemistry, but that depends upon which program the student choose. Not all the programs, only very few programs have this grade 12 maths or grade 12 biology requirement. So wherever if it is written grade 12 maths is required, we'll be considering overall percentage in 12th, and 12th maths percentage would be considered, which should be like minimum pass percentage of that particular board. Apart from that, both 10th and 12th should be overall 50%. If anyone is like less than 50, we cannot consider. Overall percentage for both 10th and 12th also should be 50%. But 10th maths should be like the minimum pass percentage of that particular board. That's it. So we can see some popular programs that we have in SLC. Now see, majority of the programs that we have that is open only for September. September is our major intake. So we have all the programs open for September. But Jan and May are like smaller intakes. We won't be having all the programs available for Jan and May. Only very few options would be there. But the PG programs that we have, altogether 9, in that 7 programs are there for all the 3 intakes. Only 2 program is not there. Rest of the 7 are there for all the 3 intakes. So this one is actually an undergraduate program. Now here, we have 2 options for these students. 2-year diploma and 3-year diploma option is there for this program. So we have instrumentation and control engineering technician, which is a 2-year diploma, and then we have instrumentation and control engineering technology, which is a 3-year advanced diploma program. Now this program, the students, they actually learn to control machines and instruments, and also there's a field placement or work placement available along with this program. So field placements, work placements, co-op, internships, these are like different terms, but it is same like internship. So this is a program which has a field placement in the 4th semester that is there along with the program. So majority of the programs in St. Lawrence, we have a field placements available along with the program. Not all the programs, but majority of the programs. So whichever programs we have a field placement or work placement, we are having 100% employment rate, because the students, they are getting hands-on experience when they are doing the program, and with that experience they are actually getting into a job even before they are graduating from the program. So this is one such program where we have 100% employment rate. And as I've mentioned, we have majority programs in Kingston. This a program which is there in Kingston campus. Now, apart from this, there is energy system engineering. Now, here also we have 2 and 3-year option. Energy system engineering technician, which is 2-year. Energy system engineering technology, which is like 3-year advanced diploma. Now, here also we are having our own solar panels on campus. So the students are actually working on real projects, which is helping them for a job even before they are graduating. Now, all these programs that ends with the term technician, those are 2-year diplomas, and the one which ends with the term technology, those are like 3-year advanced diploma. It's easy for you to remember that. That's there. Civil engineering technology, there are so many programs. I'm not going individually to each program, because we have so many other engineering diplomas like mechanical technician, electrical engineering technician, wind turbine technician, welding and fabrication technique. So there are a lot of programs, uh, but in some of the programs, as I've mentioned, instead of grade 10, 12th maths is specifically mentioned in the academic requirement. So civil engineering technology is one such program which require grade 12 maths. So here we'll be considering overall percentage in 12th, and 12th maths percentage also would be considered, which should be the minimum pass percentage of the board the student have completed. Now here also we are having like 100% employment rate, since we have a field placement in the 4th semester. And also the students get into very good job options after completion. This is a 3-year program. They even get placed in the government sectors as well. So there are ample of opportunities for these students, but majority of these programs are open only for September. Now this is again a very good option, very good program that we have, biotechnology advanced. Now this program, this require both maths and biology in grade 12. So only those students can apply for this program who have both maths and biology. Now, even though these are like undergraduate programs and 12th is the requirement, there are few programs where we used to get applications from bachelor students also. For example, some of these programs like instrumentation, energy system, and then we have few health related and community services related diplomas like social service worker, early childhood education, child and youth care. Then we have health information management. So there are few programs where we get applications from bachelor students, and they get visa also, because these are like specialized diploma programs, not that common programs. Now biotechnology advanced, since it is a 3-year advanced diploma program, we would require, the requirement for the program is like both biology and maths in grade 12. But after completion of this program, the students actually are getting into very good job options after they are completing. They get jobs in the pharmaceutical companies, forensics, academic commercial research centers. So the position, the designations and the payment is like very good after completion of this program. But we have this program available only in September. So that's there. Now, this is again another program which is of high demand, used to get full very soon. We have this program open for all the 3 intakes, but this would be the first program that is full always, because this is a 2-year diploma, but we get applications from nursing students, pharmacy students. You also used to apply for this and they get visa also, because it is known that there's a shortage of HRM professionals in Ontario. So the students graduating from this program, they're actually finding jobs very soon. And also this is a program recognized by KIMA's Canadian Health Information Management Association. So the students graduating from this program, they are eligible to write KIMA exam. That's again an add-on benefit for this program. The program is already waitlisted for September. That's there. We have healthcare administration. Now this is the PG program, one of the PG program that we have, which is of 2 years. We have two-year PG program. One is healthcare administration and the other is business analytics international. Now healthcare administration, since it is a 2-year PG program, uh, we used to get applications from like almost all the background, but we only accept health background students for this program. So health background in the sense students from nursing, pharmacy, like B Farm, M Farm, Farm D, BDS students, then anyone from physiotherapy background, MBBS. These students can go for this program, but we do not accept 3 profiles for this. One is BAMS, BHMS, and veterinary. Ayurvedic, homeopathic, and veterinary, these three are not accepted in healthcare administration. Apart from these three, anyone else from health background, they can go for the program. We used to get applications from radiology, optometry, perfusion technology, anesthesia technician. Those students can also apply for the program. Apart from Ayurvedic, homeopathic, and veterinary, anyone else from health background. So health background in the sense it should be from a health background. Zoology, biomedical engineering, these students cannot go for healthcare administration. So that's there, because the students from health background, they cannot just go and work directly in Canada. They have to clear the respective exam. So this program is actually helping those students to get into a job, get a program, get a PR, and after getting PR, if they still want to proceed with their previous background, they still can do it. Only thing is that they have to clear the respective exams. So this program, actually, this is a kind of business program where the students learn business skills in healthcare context. So after completion or after graduation, they'll be probably working in the administrative part of the healthcare setting or healthcare sector. So usually hospital administrator, supervisor, those would be the kind of designation, but those are like highly paid jobs. That's there. This is again, we have it for all the 3 intakes, but used to get full very soon. It was already waitlisted for September, but now we have again opened it last week. So, but this doesn't remain open so long, will be like full very soon. Then there is advertising and marketing communication. Again, this is available only for September. 2 and 3 year diploma option is there for the program. Now here, we are actually running our own marketing agency on campus in the name of Spark. So the students coming for this program, they are actually doing their field placements or work placement under this company, and they are working on real projects. So they get job options or job opportunities even before they are graduating from the program. So, but this is available only for September. Then we have business analytics, which is the second 2-year PG program that we have. Now, business analytics, the requirement for the program is just any bachelor's, 3-year, 4-year, or someone who have completed a 3-year diploma after 12th. Any students can go for the program, but even though, sorry, this is a business program, uh, there are few technical subjects which is included in the program along with the business subjects. So subjects like artificial intelligence, machine learning, predictive modeling, big data. There are few subjects included in this. So these students from basically from technical background, IT, computer science, BTech, those students find it much more relevant or similar to whatever they have learned in their academics. So we get majority applications from technical students, but it is open to all the background students, and these students find jobs in almost all the sectors. This is also a program which has field placements in the 4th semester. Apart from that, there's only one concern for this program, that is the tuition fees. Tuition fees is higher compared to rest of the programs. It comes around 24,300 per year. So for 2 years, it will be around 48 to 50,000 Canadian dollars. So tuition fees is highly um, program is slightly expensive in terms of tuition fees, but this is also a program which is open for all the three intakes and also used to get full for all the three intakes. Since the program is having a field placement, we are having 100% employment rate for this program also. So that's it. So this again, we have it for all the three intakes. So these are the two-year PG programs that we have: healthcare administration and business analytics. Now, apart from this, we have few IT programs: game programming, computer system technician, computer programming and analysis. That is the program name now. There's a small change in the name. Game programming and computer system technician, both are two-year diploma, and computer programming and analysis is the three-year advanced diploma. Now, even though these are technical programs, we don't have a grade 12 maths requirement for this program. So grade 12 maths is not there. So anyone who have who's from a biology background or commerce background, um, they can go for the program. If they want to change their career to something related to computers or want to start learning from the basics of computers, they can choose computer system technician program. Again, a 4 semester program which is like highly demanded, have a field placement along with the program. Students are getting into a job very soon. Then there are few other diplomas also, 2 year, 3 year, which you can refer to the website. And then we have a bachelor degree. Now, this is the only program we have a higher academic requirement, where we require 70% overall in grade 12. And also the student should be having six core subjects. Students should have learned six subjects in grade 12. And grade 12 maths is also compulsory for the program. The requirement is higher because bachelor program, we are in collaboration with Laurentian University, which is in Sudbury. So students will be studying 2 years in St. Lawrence and the rest of the 2 years in the university. So that's the reason the academic requirement is higher for the program. Apart from the bachelor degree, we have these 1 year PG programs, which is autism and behavioral science, therapeutic recreation, international business management, project management, supply chain management, digital marketing communication, and user experience design. Now, apart from autism, behavioral science, and therapeutic recreation, the rest of the five programs are like management program, and the requirement is same like business analytics, where we only require any bachelor students, 3 year, 4 year, or someone who have completed a 3 year diploma after 12th. Anyone can go for any of these five programs, but these are like 1 year PG. Now, autism and behavioral science and therapeutic recreation both are available only for September. The autism is already waitlisted for September, and anyone who have psychology as a subject in their academic, they can go for autism and behavioral science. So usually we get applications from nursing, MSW, BSW. Those students can go for both the programs, autism and therapeutic recreation. Therapeutic recreation is actually 3 semesters. 2 semesters the student will be studying. Third semester is an internship. But for these five management program, even though these are like 1 year program or 2 semester program, we have an option for these students. That is, they can choose two programs and they can apply for a combined offer letter, so that they're getting a 2 year PG program and gradually they'll be eligible for a 3 year post-study work permit. So this pairing option is available only for these five programs. It is not that the student can choose any two programs. There's a link in our website. I'll be sharing you the link. You can just go to that link, and under that link, there are few pairing options that is mentioned. Only those can be suggested to these students. So that's there. So these are few popular programs that we have in SLC. Study English, this is not for Indian students. Student services, yes, we have few services that is being offered to the students, like in that new student life and innovation center, where the student can go and spend some quality time with the other students. And then we have athletics, varsity, and intramural sports, which has sports activities on campus, inter-campus sports activities. And then we have campus health services. Now, you know, health services are costlier in Canada. So any student who have like small health issues, um, on campus or outside campus, they can get the help of campus health services. And then we have career services and employment center. Now, this is one thing which is given to those students who have a minimum CGPA of 2.5. Uh, After reaching Canada, they should be having minimum CGPA of 2.5 for whatever programs they are pursuing, because they'll be supporting the students to get them placed in a company or industry. Career Services and Employment Center, they help the students for getting them placed into a job. So whatever help is required for a student to get into a job, that is given by Career Services and Employment Center. So they prepare these students for the interviews, they help them with their resumes, their covering letter. So whatever help is required, that is given by the team. And also they used to organize job fairs every year, on campus, off campus job fairs. So the students will be eligible to participate for the same, and some students do get placed from the job fairs also, that is happening. So that's there. Apart from that, now we have peer tutoring and academic support. Now this is one thing for students who find difficulty in understanding or learning a particular subject or a course. They can get in touch with peer tutoring and academic support, where they'll be provided with a peer tutor, and this peer tutor can be senior students also. So the best part about peer tutoring is that it is completely free of cost. They don't have to pay anything to get the support of a peer tutor, and the peer tutor can be their same native, so they'll be like teaching the other student in the native language, so it'll be easy for them to understand and learn. So that's there. But the best part about peer tutoring and academic support is that the student who's teaching the other student or who act as a peer tutor, they are actually paid by the college. So this is a kind of on-campus job that is available for students in St. Lawrence College. Apart from that, we have counseling and student support. Now this is one thing for students who find difficulties or have some mental blocks after reaching Canada due to change in culture or change in environment. Some students might have some kind of mental blocks like anxiety, depression. Those students can get in touch with counseling and student support. They'll be helping the students to come out of the issues that they are facing and cope up with the changed environment. And then we have International Center, who will be supporting the students right from the application stage till they are there in Canada. So these are few student services that is being offered. Now the admission requirements, as I mentioned, academic requirement, I've already mentioned it's 50% that's required. But for PG programs, if the students are applying for the PG programs, all the three academic should be 50%, 10th, 12th, and bachelor's. All the three should be 50. If anyone is like less than 50, we cannot consider the profile. Even if the student is having like very good percentage in bachelor's and 12th, but if 10th standard is like overall percentage is like 48 or 49, we cannot accept these students. That's there. Sorry. Now for the admission purpose, we would require all the academic documents of the student, right from 10th to whatever the student is doing till now. So if it's a bachelor student, we require from 10th, 12th mark sheets. We require all the semester wise mark sheets of the bachelor, along with the completion certificate, degree certificate. All the documents are required, and we would require a passport copy, and proof of English proficiency is also required. And we have an application fee of 100. So you will have to submit the application through OCAS, as I've already mentioned. You'll be able to upload all these documents in the portal. And the fee payment, application fee payment is done through Flywire. So once you start doing the application, and the final stage would be the payment option. You'll be getting a payment option, and we'll have to make the payment through that. So that's it. Sorry. Sorry. And coming to the English language requirement, now we accept IELTS, TOEFL, and PTE. So IELTS, if the student wants to apply for under STS, the student should be definitely having IELTS, but we do accept TOEFL and PTE also. If they are applying with TOEFL or PTE, they'll be filing under non-STS category. So just a moment. Yeah. So yeah, if the students are applying for any of the undergraduate programs like certificate, diploma, or advanced diploma, the requirement is 6 overall, no band less than 6 for IELTS. If it is TOEFL, it is 878, and if it is PTE, it is 55. TOEFL and PTE, we are just considering the overall score. We are not considering the individual band. But if the student wants to apply for the bachelor degree, then the requirement is 6.5 overall, no band less than 6 for IELTS. TOEFL is 88, and PTE is 60. And for the fast track programs and the postgraduate programs, the requirement is 6.5 overall, no band less than 6 for IELTS, and TOEFL is 83, and PTE is 60. So these are the English language requirement that we now have for international students. And also we can issue conditional offer letters, but if the conditional offer letter is required on the basis of any of these English language requirement, we would require a test booking confirmation. Exam booking confirmation is required for us to issue conditional offers on the basis of English language requirement. Also, we can issue conditional offers in terms of any of the pending documents like final mark sheets or final certificate. In that case, also we can issue conditional offers, but it should be only one condition. It cannot be both the conditions. Either it should be based on any of these English language requirement or it should be based on any of the pending documents. It cannot be both. So that's there. And there are two more concerns for the admission purpose. One is the backlog and the other is the study gap. Now backlog, see if the student wants to apply for healthcare administration, which is a 2-year PG that we have. We only accept 5 backlogs, not more than that. If the student wants to apply for any of the rest of the PG programs, we have altogether 9 apart from healthcare administration. The rest of the 8 PG programs, uh, we are accepting 7 backlogs, and for the undergraduate programs we are accepting 8 backlogs. So 5, 7, 8 are the maximum number of backlogs that we can accept from these students, but that is including reappears. Including number of attempt, it should be 5, 7, 8, not more than that. Usually for undergraduate programs, we don't have to consider the number of backlogs, but as I've mentioned, there are few programs where we get applications from bachelor students also for the UG programs. In that case, we'll have to consider the number of backlogs. So that's the reason it is kept as 5, 7, 8. And the study gap is like 5 years if it's a bachelor student, and if it's a grade 12 student, it's 2 years, not more than that. Sorry, not more than that. So if a bachelor student is having like 4 or 5 years of study gap, there should be a gap justification proof. It cannot be a complete gap. There should be something to prove what the student was doing for the entire period. So that's there. Now we can see tuition and expenses. Tuition fees I've already mentioned. It depends upon which program the student choose. So apart from business analytics and bachelor degree that we have, rest of the programs, we have a common tuition fees. It comes around 16,200 to 18,000. It comes between that. But Bachelor of Business Administration, it comes around 21,000 per year. So since it is 4 year, it is expensive. And the other is business analytics, that again we have around 24,300 per year, so that also comes around 4850, which is expensive. So apart from both those programs, rest it comes between 16,200 to 18,000. So that's the tuition fees that we have. That depends upon the program that these students choose. And then they'll have expense on their accommodation, and we provide them with 3 options: residence plus meal, homestay plus meal, shared houses, apartments. So however the student want, they can choose their accommodation and they'll have to pay the required amount. And for books also, it will cost them around 400 to 800 for 2 semesters. So altogether for a student coming to St. Lawrence College, they'll have an overall expense of around 23,000 to 32,000, depending upon the program that the student choose. So, and this tuition fees, it also includes the health insurance cost also for these students. That's there. That's it from my end. So if you have any questions or any queries, we'll just discuss it right away. Conditional accept applications accepted. Yes, Sandeep, as I've mentioned, we can issue conditional offer letters, but not without IELTS. There should be test booking confirmation. It should be there for us to issue the conditional offers. You can just write down your queries either in chat box or in the QA section. So I can just check and let you know if it is. Please, can a student without a healthcare background do the graduate certificate? No. Uh, we should have students from healthcare background for healthcare administration, as I've already mentioned. Is English required for students from Nigeria? So wherever the student, the first language is not English, we would require IELTS, TOEFL, and PT. If the first language is English, we don't require the. Is it possible to have this slide so we can always refer to it? I'll share it with Deepa. You can just get it from her. How many days before a student can fly before the start of the program? That depends upon how soon the students can get the visa, because as of now, it is taking time for the students to get visa. So once they're getting the visa, they can fly, no problem. As of now, I think it's only before 14 days that they can. I think they are like removing all the restrictions. It would be done. Students will be able to fly whenever they're getting a visa. But it is now taking time. Also, can a student apply for 2 different graduate programs and be issued? Yes, I already mentioned that we can issue combined offer letters. I'll just share you the link in chat for that. Is there any fee waiver for IELTS for applicants from Nigeria? Yes, it's an English speaking country. We don't require IELTS, PT, or TOEFL. We can accept without the same. A refund policy. Uh, yes, a refund policy. If the student is like getting a visa refusal, we'll be refunding the students with all the amount. Only an admin fee would be deducted, which would be like 150 CAD. Rest all the amount will be refunded back to these students. And but if the student is like withdrawing after paying the tuition fees, and then the student is like getting a visa and then coming for a withdrawal, in that case, the initial deposit amount will be on hold. That is 2,350 CAD is the initial deposit amount. That will not be refunded. Rest of the amount will be refunded if it is in case of a withdrawal. But in terms of refusal, we refund all the amount. Only the admin fee would be like deducted. See, for PG programs, if it see for it's like we consider the year gap after the bachelor's. So it should not be like more than 5 years, even if the student is applying for PG or UG. If it's a bachelor student, it should not be more than 5 years. 250 get deducted in case of withdrawal. It's not 250, it's 150. No, in case of withdrawal, it is 2,350. It's not 250. Only if it is refusal and asking and then the refund, then it is 150. If it is withdrawal after getting a visa, then it would be 2,350. No, if the student, what if the deferred, you need to pay application fee again? No, see, the deferment is possible only to those students who pay the tuition fees. In the OCAS, but everything has to be done through the portal only, OCAS portal. So students, the refund request, deferment request, everything has to come from the OCAS portal. So you will get the option to do the same in the portal, but this deferment option comes to only those students who have made the whole amount. Otherwise, you won't get an option to defer in the portal. But in case if it is a genuine student and if the student, you feel that the student will definitely make the payment if they are deferring it to the next intake, you can write an email to the admission team. They'll definitely support the student to get deferred to the next intake. I am just sharing you a link on chat for the program pair options. You can just have a look into these. Deepa, I'm sharing it with you. You can just share it with me. Yes, we have scholarship. That again depends upon the academic profile of the student. It's not that all the students get a scholarship. The students will have to apply for a scholarship before each intake. There will be a deadline also for the same. So how much applications we receive till the deadline, from the number of applications received, the best profiles would be chosen and they will be provided with the scholarship. Maximum amount will be like 2,000 CAD. That again depends upon which the academic profile of the student. I'm sharing you a link for the scholarship also. You can just share it with the team.
Hi, Shruti.
Yes, Deva.
Yeah, actually, the presentation which you have given, like it was such a detailed one for all the programs, all the main programs. You shared all the main information. It was so
Thank you.
nice. Like all the doubts were clear of the sub agents, I believe. And even like for SLC, even we have done like around 5 applications from our end in OCAS, and one student has
Okay.
already paid the fees and he has submitted the visa file as well. So we are just looking forward for sending more and more applications to SLC in the coming intake in the next year. And I would like, you have already also shared the information of scholarships. I will just go through it as well so that we can promote it as well, the scholarship such part and all. Regarding the student services also, you have covered each and everything, and I just believe like there are no more questions coming up from the agents, and we can just end the session now. Once again, I would like to thank you for your time and the support which you and your team, international team, is providing to join in campus. Thank you so much.
Yes, Deva. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me here. And if you have any queries, any questions, or if you require any kind of support from my end, always get back to me on my number. I'll definitely help you out.
Sure, we will.
Even
Sure,
for
we will.
the assessment, if you want to assess the
Yes, we
profiles
do.
before submitting it in
Yeah.
OCAS, before paying the application fee, you can just send me the documents. I'll confirm if the student is eligible or not, and then you can submit it so that the student
Sure,
doesn't
sure.
lose the 100 CAD, because
Sure, we get.
application fee is non-refundable.
Okay, fine. Okay. Okay, so we will surely get back to you in case of any other queries or doubts or for the assessment of the documents if needed. Once again, thanks a lot and have a wonderful
Yeah,
evening.
you're welcome. Thank you. Have a great weekend,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks for joining.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.